I think that romance has been destroyed by social media. It may not be dead necessarily, but as a society in 2025, we are definitely distracted from what romance used to be. There's great romantic movies like The Notebook or Titanic, and those depicted so much romance in life that it felt so real. And I guess when you look back on things like that, in today's age, romance or love doesn't feel as real as it used to be. Even back in the day where you would have to wait till you got home to call on the home phone or ran to pay phones to check in on your loved partner or your loved one. I think that in today's age that there's social media and there's dating apps and basically any way to distract you from actual real love, there's that. And I think it's kind of scary, honestly, that we're in a society that true love is not so common anymore. It's more of a rarity to find someone that's truly in love for you and truly wants you for you. Instead, we have, I guess, more of like a fantasy. How social media and influencers portray certain relationships or certain love and romance to the public. I think we have all seen it in a certain way that seems so fictional. Everything is in a way of like a Disney movie, but in reality, it's not always that. And love is not always happiness and joy. There's going to be fights. There's going to be talks. There's going to be deep conversations. And I don't think everybody's ready for that. That's why it's so easy to look at social media and think of love as easy or love and romance as something that it's really not. I think that with the dating apps that have been around for the past 5, 6, 7 years, we think of people become replaceable. People are replaceable. When you have the chance for endless swipes at hundreds of people just at a 25-mile radius, it becomes worthless in a sense. Why do you want just one person? Why, if you have the chance to swipe on millions of people, why is it romantic anymore? How can you find somebody romantic if they're also trying to obtain 5 other partners at the same time? It doesn't make any sense. You're always, in a way, searching for whatever the quote-unquote better option is, or you're not looking for romance because that's just not where you are in life, and that's okay. Don't get me wrong. It's okay to not want love. It's okay to not want romance in your life, but don't ruin somebody else's chances of romance with your naiveness of wanting something else. It's just crazy to me because I'm only 23 years old, and I think that in the near future, whenever I do want to, I guess, settle down more, it's going to be harder to do that because what is real love? What is love in today's society? Because it seems so fictional. Of all these reality TV shows of Love is Blind, Love Island, all this randomness just to fill our comedic feel or just to enjoy the drama of other people trying to quote unquote find love on reality TV or 90 Day Fiance where you're rushing foreign long distance love in 90 days. Like, I've never even watched any of these shows, but I hear so many people that do. And to me, it's, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. In all genuinity, like, I understand why these shows exist because in our lives, we love drama, especially when it's reality, especially when there's some real life connotation to it. It makes sense because that's the human nature. That's psychology of humans. We're drawn to the drama. We're drawn to the, oh my gosh, is so-and-so and so-and-so going to actually go through? But, oh my, they're also messing with blah, blah, blah and doing this. Like, it's kind of crazy in a way that is what today's society is about. It's not no more of you craving somebody's love, you craving somebody in reality, because you miss them so much and you don't have the, I guess, distance of not talking to somebody every single second of the day, or being on the phone for more than half the day with your significant other. Like, I think there needs to be distance at times, because we are in a world that your phone is so attached. It's like your second brain in a way. And some people, that could be a productive brain, and other people, it could honestly be more disruptive in your love life than you actually know it. With online social media, I think that the love just looks too perfect. It looks like how I've reiterated this one phrase. It looks as if it's a fantasy, because I think in previous years, when there was Disney fantasies and these love romances, it made sense. It made sense for Shrek and Fiona to fall in love 4 different times and be happily ever after. But even older relationships and marriages that have lasted 50, 60 years, how often do you hear high school couples are long lasted, married till they're 60, 70, 80 years old, until one of them pass away? It's not common anymore. It's kind of sad, where you don't want to be in love with the same person the rest of your life. And I think that with social media and other online presences take away from this love and this romance that we used to all have. It's no longer deep conversation, it's DMs. It's no longer growing together and going emotionally in depth to each other's lives and understanding who a person is. It's just misunderstanding after misunderstanding, and you just kind of going into the shallow water, not diving into the deep end. And we're not talking about swimming right now. We're talking about deep intellectual love. Where is that anymore? Where is the going on dates and having fun and having deep conversations? It's no more. Did you watch that TikTok that I sent you? Like, I don't care about your TikTok. I'm sorry, I don't. And it's crazy, because I think if you have some type of status and you have some type of online presence, it's more so, do you have clout enough to be with somebody over, am I committed to you? And I don't think love should ever be measured by views or fame or likes and followers or comments on your videos, because where does that come to when you're laying up in bed with the partner that you so-called love? At some point in my life, I want to have a deep love with somebody and that be everlasting. And as corny as that sounds, it's true. I think all of us want some type of deep, everlasting love that it is unforgettable. It is, you leave for work and you can't wait to talk to them about your day, and you can't wait to give them a hug and kiss. And I'm not saying that those don't exist anymore, but it's not the norm. It's not the norm in 2025 to actually seek relationships for long lasting. People just date to date. And in my head, I don't want to call somebody my girlfriend if I don't actually want to marry them at some point in my life. Like, I want to be able to go on multiple dates with somebody without calling you my girlfriend, because I don't know if you are the girl for me. And I don't mean that in any foul manner. I just mean that in the sense that for me to call somebody my girlfriend, it has to be a meaning. You actually mean and have importance in my life for me to view you as that. And I think that means something. It's more serious to me than, I like you, you're cool, now you're my girlfriend because I find you attractive and I like you and you're cool. It's more than that. I want traits and characteristics that it's more than, you make me laugh and I find you attractive. If that's how simple finding your wife was, then it would be easy. But I don't want an easy romance, because then it'll lead to divorce. You're not compatible with this person just because they can make you laugh and you like them to a certain degree, and you guys had fun for a time period. That's not what I want. I think that there needs to be more effort. I want to know if you're honest, you're trustworthy, you're all these things. And in those words, in today's society, it's not. It's not what it is. I think with even pop culture, both men and women rappers or singers, we promote not romance. There is not necessarily romance anymore. It's about lust over love. And it's kind of sad. Genuinely, it's not even kind of, it is genuinely sad that it is lust over love. And majority of the pop culture and the majority of content that we're, bringing in regardless. I think that real love isn't loud, it's present. It's present in the moment. It's present in the time that you have with each other. It's present at all times because you love that person so much. You don't need outside sources of attention, of affection, of any of these things. It doesn't matter because you don't need an audience to be in love.